You have a spreadsheet you named The Plan 8 months ago. It has 47 rows and a tab for month 1 projections that you've updated 4 times without the numbers ever actually matching reality. You open it at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, stare at it for 6 minutes, feel a complicated mix of hope and nausea, and then close it to watch Netflix. This is level 0. You are an employee with a dream. Mathematically, this is the most financially comfortable you will be for the next several years. Your current job pays you every 2 weeks, provides health insurance, and offers a 401k match. Yet, around 2:47 p.m. on a Wednesday, you find yourself opening a new browser tab to calculate if $5,000 a month on your own would be enough to finally quit. This chart shows the gap between interest and execution. 6 in 10 Americans say they'd prefer to work for themselves, but according to census data, only 9.7% ever actually launch a business. The remaining 50% treat them unlaunched plans as a permission slip, a way to feel the momentum of a business without the friction of actually starting one. They tell people they're working on something, because as long as they don't specify what it is, no one can ask how it's going. Entrepreneurship starts the first Wednesday morning you wake up without a salary, staring at a kitchen table that has suddenly become your entire corporate headquarters. Level 1 is defined by silence. It's 8:07 a.m. on your first day of freedom. There are no Slack notifications, no stand-up meetings, and no calendar invites. By 9:30 a.m., you've made a second, better formatted to-do list, but haven't earned a single dollar. Survival in this phase requires 12 to 18 full months of saved runway. Most founders launch with $10,000 or less. If your rent is $1,800 a month, that $10,000 is gone in 4 months, leaving no room for a single mistake or a slow quarter. This breaks down the median reality of level 2. The average first-year business costs between $30,000 and $50,000 to operate. Against those costs, the median personal income for a solo entrepreneur is just $24,000 a year. That income comes from working a 60-hour week, but 36% of your time is consumed by admin tasks, logging expenses, chasing invoices. Only 38 of those hours are actually pointed at revenue. 20% of businesses don't make it out of year 1. 38% of those failures happen because the founder simply ran out of cash before the business could find its footing. Year 1 is a test of cash management. You are working at maximum capacity for the lowest pay of your career, and survival depends entirely on how much of that $24,000 you can keep. Level 3 brings your first $10,000 month. This feels like proof that the doubters were wrong. You celebrate by upgrading to a co-working space and signing a $489 a month car lease, assuming that the revenue has finally stabilized. This graph illustrates a fatal economic mismatch. Revenue is a wave. It fluctuates unpredictably based on the market. But recurring expenses like a car lease or an office are a ratchet. Ratchets only move in one direction, up. 74% of high-growth businesses fail because they scale fixed expenses before their income is contracted. When the revenue wave dips below that fixed expense line, the business collapses. If you avoid the ratchet trap, you enter level 4, the messy middle. The novelty is gone and growth stalls. Paul Graham calls this phase the trough of sorrow, and it can easily last for 2 full years of stagnation. This phase carries a heavy mental toll. A UCSF study found that 72% of entrepreneurs are affected by mental health challenges, with depression affecting founders at 4 times the rate of the general population. Most businesses that die by year 5 aren't killed by the market. The founders simply run out of the emotional endurance required to wake up every morning in the trough of sorrow. Level 5 arrives when you reach the physical limit of a 70-hour week. You've been the salesperson, the IT technician, and the accountant. To grow any further, you have to hire someone else. A team is the only way to reach higher financial brackets. While the median solo entrepreneur earns just $24,000, those who hire employees see their median personal income jump to $110,000. Hiring brings its own hidden math. A $40,000 base salary actually costs the business roughly $56,000 once you factor in payroll taxes, workers' comp, and health insurance. You are paying a $16,000 premium for the privilege of delegating your workload. By level 6, your business hits $500,000 in annual revenue. To the outside world, you are a success. You are the CEO of a $500,000 company. However, after accounting for a standard 10% net profit margin, that massive $500,000 revenue number shrinks down to just $50,000. Then comes self-employment tax. Because you are both employer and employee, you pay the full 15.3% on top of income tax. Your final take-home is between $35,000 and $42,000. At this scale, the founder is often the last person the business takes care of. You carry the full financial risk of the entire operation, while personally earning less than the average median American household. Level 7 is the other side. It's year 8. Your revenue hits $1.2 million, and you have a team of 6. For the first time, you take a 2-week vacation, and the business generates wealth without your daily input. Success at this level rarely looks like the young hustler myth. A study of 2.7 million founders found that the average age of a successful startup founder is actually 45. Statistically, a 60-year-old is twice as likely to succeed as a 30-year-old. Success is also rarely tied to the original plan. 70% of startups that survived pivoted dramatically. Slack was originally a gaming company, and Instagram was a location-sharing app. Endurance beats the initial idea. Reaching this level brings a strange, quiet exhaustion. You've been holding something heavy for 8 years, and you finally set it down. Your arms don't quite know what to do with the lack of pressure. You have built a structure that generates value while you are not in the room. This durable, hard-won stability is the reward for surviving the brutal math and the isolation that few people are willing to endure.